ஆழம் தாழ்ந்து வந்து அமர்ந்து செய்யலாம் ஆதியை அமரப்படுவதற்கும் சீரந்தான் பெருமையாக சிந்திப்பவர்தம் சிந்தையுள்ளானே ஏலவால் குழலால் உமைநங்கை என்ற மேற்கு வழிபடப் பெற்ற காலகாலனை கம்பனன்மானை காணக்கன் அடியும் பெற்றவர். So you all know there is a person called Mahadev, Lord Shiva. Anyway, the Hinduism is one of the most popular religion. So the Devas once, they were churning the milk ocean to get the nectar so that they have immortality. So during the churning, so the time of nectar was out of the process. Then of course you know in the science, when one positive side, then there is a negative side. This is because initially it was a neutral thing. So when you trying to get the immortal supportive nectar, other side, poison comes. That terminates the life. So somebody has to handle that, the poisonous stuff. So Lord Shiva handled it. So he actually swallowed it. Then he become the blue neck, he called Neelavanda. There's a story. Similarly, in the 42 years of existence of this faculty, there were many people who swallowed the poison. They sacrificed their life. You know, our history was not that cozy. Although 3,400 graduates, the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery we produced, they were decorating our hospitals. When they are supporting Jaffna Teaching Hospital, you will see most of the professorial people will be our graduates. They are alive, well qualified, right? You will be enjoying a great reception of knowledge from them. They will impart you the great knowledge. They were produced during the time of the most difficult time of the history of this country. So the people died. Sometimes we will have a memorial lecture, you will see those who are killed in the live bullets in the hospitals. What's the name, madam? Pediatrician? Subhas Sundar Memorial Lecture. Even they were killed in the hospital like this, spraying the bullets. Okay, don't worry, it's an Indian army, happened to be. So that's what I'm saying. Actually, the universities, I'm a Vice Chancellor, so I had to give you some philosophy about what the university is all about. So university is a knowledge center. It's nothing else. So you have a thirst for knowledge. So you sat the A-level in 2018. I know how hard you work for that exams. Because I was in the process even a few months ago in the Supreme Court. There were people who were crying with the 3 A's, unable to come to the university and the new system, old system. There were so many cases. So one side I was arguing for the case. Other side I could see the plea of the students with the so high grades, and they couldn't enter the university because, you know, the 40% only merit, 55% district quota. So I know some people enjoy the entrance through the district quota. Even the top merit people from Colombo and Jaffna are suffering, gold. They are top of the echelon, but they couldn't enter the university. You should know that. You know, the cutouts are very high. So people are aspiring to come to this place so hard. They are giving everything. So just imagine the day you started your, the first day in the school, inauguration day, maybe 300,000 people would have started your cohort the day, maybe 20 years ago. When you start your nursery, after nursery, going in the first day in the school, 300,000 students would have started in Sri Lanka. Now, how many have you end up with in the medical faculty? It may be 1,500. So it's a very, very rare thing to happen in someone's life. So you have to make best out of this. So the knowledge center, what we do? So we impart knowledge. The professors are here. Dean is there. Dean, one of the first students of this faculty. He sacrificed his family also. Throughout the history of the University of Jaffna, he is in the Jaffna Teaching Hospital. His family was in Colombo. He was sleeping in the quarters, not even separate apartments. So he joined the faculty now. He was a surgeon. So without any indiscrimination, he was serving all the people, even all the warriors, all the army. So he was doing the surgery, all the rebels. So that's the medical profession is all about. He joined the faculty very recently, but he was a surgeon in the teaching hospital throughout the history. Similarly to Professor Soval, throughout the history, still after retirement, he is extending his service as a professor of physiology. You will are in the first lesson with them, but they are the people in the phase 1 of the medical curriculum. I am not only a Vice Chancellor, I am the chairman of the curriculum committee. So I know your curriculum. It's one of the best. The volume learning is very high. That's what I want to warn you. He was telling stress. I don't know why they keep this volume of learning is very high. Because other honors graduates, 4-year graduates, the volume of learning is 120 credits. And you will understand what those means later on. It's about 120 into 15 or something. So that means 1,200 and then another 600, 1,800 lectures or contact hours. For medical, it goes to 220 credits. So volume learning is very high. So unless you are prepared very well physically, mentally, then you will have problems. That's what this says. Because it's one of the faculty, he never sleeps. That means even the lecturers and the students work nights. I know when I go around the roads, if I see light somewhere in the windows at the 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I know there are some medical students are there. That's the way I look at it. So this faculty never sleeps. So you have to keep the thing going. So the knowledge center, we impart knowledge. Right? That will be done by the faculty staff. I know we had a difficult time. The surgeon Sarma, he was Dr. Sarma, he was doing the MC, my coordination was telling you. So imparting knowledge. So that's not a problem now. You are one of the blessed kids. The information highway is open. Even in the palm you have a smartphone and you can find out all what you want. Even what the teacher said, you can download immediately. Because most of the things are on the website, now in the LMS, so modules, so you can get it. So you are super kids, like a Superman. He's here, he's there, he can do. Similarly, my son is like that. He can learn things like very quickly because this super highway is open, information super highway. So imparting knowledge, the most blessed I am saying, but now I am a Vice Chancellor, I am advertised for the post for the recruitment of staff in the medical faculty. So I went through the files. I'm so happy, so many well-qualified people are now applying. Even forensic medicine, we never had a staff for more than a decades. Now I got applicant. Even physiology, I got applicant. Everything. Most qualified people are coming, even from the south, migrating to Jaffna, because now Jaffna is a place. In my opinion, it's the best place in the world. I was all over the world, but I say it's the best place in the world. It's a peninsula, it has everything. The first medical school, medical hospital, Western Medical Hospital, inaugurated in Jaffna. So we have the tradition. The JMA session we had last week, a couple of days ago. She's the president, induction ceremony was there. So Professor Gitanjali, consultant pediatrician, was inducted as the president of that. So one of the most allied event on the annals of this calendar. So they said it's 80 years of JMA, Jaffna Medical Association, 80 years old, older than any universities in the country. Even Peradeniya University is not older than 70 years. So one of the oldest medical association is from there. So all people knows that. Even Professor Morgan De Silva is a surgeon and the dean of the Sriyavadana when he was delivering the address here. But the address he gave, Morgan gave Professor Ganesh Ratnam address, one of the top surgeons. So our people decorated even president of this School of Surgery, Medicine of the country is decorated by these Jaffna men. So I am just glorifying. This is University of Jaffna. So I am the Vice Chancellor of University of Jaffna. I tell you are the seed. You're going to grow. So your professional life starts today. 2 occasions you see the Vice Chancellor, the first day and the convocation day. That's it. You're not going to see me all the time. The first day I come. So when you graduate, so we garland you. That's the last day, maybe in formal sense. So in this context, so imparting knowledge, so you are blessed in the sense the top people are going to come. So that means the seed fall into the fertile land, fed, irrigated, grows. That's it. You have been here because your parents supported you. Maybe your teachers supported you. Your school supported you. So you were in a fertile land. At the same time, I told you 300 students, they have started your career, the cohort. Maybe they burned out. Even the primary school, they burned out. Because they just fall into rock land. They couldn't come up. Because the support was not given, even sometimes abuse. The lady was telling about child problem, accidents, and these lectures. So other people fell in the barren land, they grew. They up to level they grew. They can't bring fruits. They won't bear fruits. So you are the one, the blessed, because our faculty is now very fertile faculty. Staff sense, laboratory sense, this auditorium sense. You remember, I can tell you this, we took 30 years to build this auditorium. You can check it out. The foundation stone laid 30 years ago, and it was open, the 30-year span of building, that means the war. We couldn't get anything. So now you see the coziest chair you are sitting and all that. So that's what the sacrifice is all about. Jaffna man has that character. If you go around this place, you won't see any symptom of war. Because we rebuild very quickly, like a German and Japanese. People are envious of us. We haven't had any rights. We don't get the ministerial support. Even Muslims get. Sinhalese get. We hardly get. But this is the best place for education. No, I'm telling this. I'm here for last 40 years. I'm a mathematician. So I'm a mathematics professor. So I'm from the physical science. Then in the science faculty, biological science. Now this is a medical science. So what is science, ladies and gentlemen? The science is an organized form of knowledge. How do you organize? You need a language. The computer, you organize data, stuff. You need a language. It's a machine language or whatever language, or Python or whatever. You need the Java, script, or something you need to organize the knowledge. So science is an organized form of knowledge. How do you organize? You need a mathematics. Mathematics is a language of science. Without that, now everything, diabetes, they say 120, 140, you are in a danger zone. Okay, hypertension, they say 150. Then they say UL 207 is landing. So everything digitized now. Without number, you can't live. Everything quantified. I don't know, even surgery people, they do this. So, The science I come from, the physical science, think about the universe. Stephen Hawking is my man. Einstein is my man. Newton is my man. You did physics. So all physical science come from there. Then the biological science. So physical science people never understand what is life is, what is consciousness is, what is emotion is. Okay. Then it's go to the biological science people, think about the biology. I don't know, they got it up to some level, the origin of life. Even where we play the big role, Watson and Crick, they put the DNA helix model. Otherwise, there is no DNA structure. Actually, contribution from mathematicians. The Watson is a biologist, the Crick is a mathematician. So they sat together and they developed this double helix model. Then turned out to be today DNA is a big stuff for everything. Diagnosing everything. Even detecting, forensic, everything big role. So that's a biological science. Then what is the medical science then? We are human beings in the universe. No one knows whether this being exists. Any part of the universe. Universe is infinite. No evidence. So we are the best being created ever. Even the Bible says, Veda says, God created man in his features. Maybe resemble his features. So we are godly. That's what most of the scripture says. So we are in a feature. So what we do? We don't have any ready-made things. I have a dog in my house. That dog needs a Prabhu, master. Otherwise, there's problem. It can't climb to a tree and catch something. It can't cook. So there is no readily food available to my dog. I had to feed it. Otherwise, it will be having a lot of problem. You know, it can't hunt. So dog need a master. That's what all the people say. Then we are like a dogs. There is no ready-made thing for us. The grain is there, but we need a kitchen to cook. You can't readily eat the grain. A fish is there. If you readily eat, then you end up with like a Wuhan, right? Or Korea. Now they tasting their own medicine now. I am not worried about COVID that much. Because I know Dr. Soban is a vegetarian. As the most fittest man and oldest man in this faculty. He's a physiologist, man. He knows how to do exercise and all that. As a mathematician, I know the whole curriculum in mathematics. You all learn mathematics up to O level. You know the exercise. It's happiest. So we know the importance of exercise. So in this medical science, the human beings, nothing readily available, no ready-made food, even the cloth, right? So it's coming from the plants, the cotton wool or silkworm. But you have to stitch it. You have to make this string. You have to do work very hard to this civilization done. That's what we call civilization. So we have to do this. So medicine, same thing. Is real medicine also there. Ayurveda is there. Siddha is there. We have another degree going on, Siddha medicine. Now the President, Excellency, opened the Gamba Vikrama University for Ayurveda. So they are doing their part. But this is very different, the Western medicine. It's our own endeavor. It's not given from the sky. It's not somebody gives you, hold the hand like this and reveal it. No. Chakastya or these munis reveal it. It is our own endeavor. So the laboratory should be running. So just imagine COVID appeared. We were talking about COVID. We were reading about COVID. But the Oxonian, they worked about the COVID. We were speculating. What's up and this and that, and we are speculating what the bloody thing, this and that and that and that. We are making comedy out of it. Or frightening, fear out of it. But some laboratories, they start working on it. They got up somewhere. So that opportunity is there for you. So life brings opportunity. So you are one of the most wounded, most respected profession, the medical profession, all over the countries, all over the world. Even getting into medical faculty in Australia is very difficult. Not only A-level, you have to have a very IQ test, GMT test, that test. You have to get 99 marks. They want the very brilliant people in the medical faculty, not biological science 3 years. Even Sydney, you got to have another science degree, you get into the medical degree. University of Sydney. Then they have a test. Same thing in Australia. In America. You got to have another degree before you get into the medical degree. So just imagine the responsibility. Because you are going to deal with this machine. This is the most perfect machine ever created. Ever created. All the technologies are there. AC technology is there. 98.4 maintained from birth to death. Without bloody, no one servicing it. No serviceman. Even here our AC breakdown because some liquid is gone out of a price. Then the dean makes a problem calling the people and people are shouting and no money and this kind of thing. So this optical technology. One of my Professor Mahesh, got into some sort of blindness. Then I had to take him with the LTT support to the Colombo because there is no transport. Even our Navy declared our passage all are forbidden passage. So I had to go with the sea tigers to cross the lake and to get him to the Colombo. Yeah, I did. Then he had a vision like this. He's black, then he can see that other black. So he can vision like this and dark like this. Then I checked with him, they said some optical nerve go this way and that way and they have some sort of structures, which they never understood. So what is the system we have? What is the memory? Even after 30 years when I talk to some friends, there's a lady in a funeral I talk. He said, you used to travel with me in the same bus, sir. Maybe the young memory was gone, the vision memory. But I could see from her voice. So what a voice recognition system we have. So that's what so many sub-themes are coming. Neurosurgeon, endocrinologist, urologist, I don't know, there are so many. Vascular cardio surgeons. There are so many things. So it's an infinitely big opportunities opening to you now. So life-giving possibility. It's not just you become a master of medicine and bachelor of medicine and bachelor of surgery. There's a big things going to open, even forensic. There are so many things. So the sky is the limit. So what do you do? So how this come? So you come here to cultivation of knowledge. You are in a very fertile land now. It's one of the best time of the faculty in the last 42 years. This is the best time. So you are one of the most blessed. So now the three things goes. The master. So this is the knowledge process. So cultivation of knowledge or assimilation of knowledge begin with hearing. So this part never close. In our body, other parts close. Even after death is don't close. You can glorify even somebody after death. You can pay tribute. So this way the knowledge process starts from hearing. Hearing from the authority we call it. So hearing from the professors. I want everybody in the faculty is a professor. Now there is avenue. Not the fake publication professors, but the professors. So it's avenue. Now the system is like that. Anyone can raise the career ladder to a professor level. So hearing from the authority. So I want the professor of physiology, professor of pediatrics, professor of surgery, professor of parasitology is here. Our PCR man is here. So our faculty is running the corona test even in our laboratories because we have that facilities, expertise. So we are offering that service to the community. So in the knowledge center we do imparting knowledge. Then we create the knowledge. As a Oxonian, they did this creating this vaccine and all that. So we do research. And the community medicine, Gune and Surendra Kumar are here. They really manage this research part. We had a student research session also recently in the faculty with allied health. So we do research, create knowledge. Then we disseminate knowledge. So we do engage in the community engagement. Otherwise, we are running everything from the community support, community money, public money. So we have to return something back to them while we are here, our expertise. That's what the PCR machines are running now. Even we got some machine from the USA. So American ambassador was here recently. So it's a very lively place. 24 hours you can work. What else I can say? So hearing from the authority, hearing from the master, then the material. I think Ida also in charge for the medical cell. We have a medical education cell. Yeah? We are devoted cell here for medical education. Medical education, we have one department. It's staffed also. Some dedicated staff are there. So they will produce. The curriculum, they will say. The curriculum is something, entire process of the teaching and learning. That's the definition for curriculum. Entire process. If you get Toyota car, if it's come out of the process, you put some stuff here. The top car come out. It's an entire process. Bolts and nuts and everything. So that's the curriculum. So the curriculum managed well. So you will get the book. You will be given. But the entire process of your stay here 5 years, every single detail is given to you. So you can read out and see what are the process you are going to go. You can't complain later that I was not prepared, I was doing this. I know some students every weekend want to go home and then lose their attendance and they fail, no? We have problem with the Balakumar all the time. So I know. So this kind of problem comes. Some people have a homesickness, parents call, and face to face we are running COVID time, so you have to cooperate. So the medicine people, they put you on the lockdown. You will have a lockdown life in the faculty. Face to face teaching will go on. Then your girlfriend calling, boyfriend calling, then you will have a lot of problems. I know. But those problems you have to sacrifice. That's what I am saying. So the second thing, the material. So medical cell is there. So they give you the material, the laboratory is here, now librarian is here, the Komani madam is a medical SAL librarian. You can put up your hand, miss. Okay, she's there. You'll go to the library, she'll do the induction. So material is there. Then the third part, these are our part. The master material, our part. Then the learning process, teaching and learning, it's like a clapping a hand. Both hand has to do. Otherwise, the clapping won't happen. So first two parts we do. The teacher, we recruit and they conduct, they impart. Then the material, the library is devoted. How many million we spend for textbook? Very expensive. Because it's very rare use. It's not like a Harry Potter. It's not something like a commercial publication. So textbooks are like very rare publication, so very expensive. Because it's a rare product, not mass-produced one. Right? Like some softwares are like that. Some math softwares are very expensive because it's not used by commercial level. So we do that. The third part, master, material, meditation. Meditation, not the master does. It is you who have to do it. At that part, problem comes. Our people want the master to impart like this. I have pain in the knees, sir. Can you do something for me? The master says, you sit down and meditate. They don't do that. They want the Lord Buddha to do everything, but they just offer the flower and get everything from him. Lord Shiva meditating all the time. So people go to there and beg for mercy, get something from him, some boon. No. The meditation means, it's very nicely said in ancient times, satsang. Saranam, Buddhan Saranam Gacchami, Dhamman Saranam Gacchami, Sanghan Saranam Gacchami. Satsang. So you hearing from the people. Then Shastra, the holy scriptures are there. The Bible is there, Bhagavad Gita is there, Dhammam is there. So you read from that. Then sadhana. So you have to sit down and study. You have to contemplate on it. You have to make that knowledge as your knowledge. Because what is written in the book and what you really get is different. What Professor Physiology write in the board or show in the model, and what you really realize, the top surgeons, top medical people, their realization is the thing. So you have to realize. So this is a part. Third part is your part. Even two parts are ready, other part is not ready. Then, so these 5 years, I think this in the human life, the first part is called brahmacharya. It's a period of learning. So that span, you are in the top, the culmination time. So these 5 years, please forget about everything. Just concentrate. Focus like Sanghakara. He did. That's what he delivered for Sri Lanka. He could focus in the crease. He was a wicket keeper. Then coming batting for one down. Then he could focus. He could focus. No one else could focus in the world. Despite not having good political support from this country. But he delivered. So if you want to deliver the people as a medical profession, one of the top profession, well sought after profession, right? You are the only graduates in the country, the job security is there. No other graduate, even engineers or anybody. The only graduate in the country, readily employable. And the job security is there. So such a wonderful position. Even myself, working from the first day from my graduation. So that's another thing. So another fortunate one to be like this. So I end up this talk like this. There are fortunate people, there are unfortunate people, there are misfortunate people. The fortunate one is like that. Again, Sanghakara. If a catch comes, Sanghakara catch it as a wicket keeper, is fortunate. The catch has to come, somebody had to edge it, somebody edge only he can get it. So he is fortunate to have somebody edge the ball. So ball come, he catches. Then credit goes to him. Okay, wonderful catch. He's a fortunate one because things come and he caught it. The misfortunate one, the catch come, he drop it. Then he's a miserable. Everyone blame him. Oh, bloody thing, what happened? This because the match lost because of him. He catches in the match, but this guy dropped the catch. The commentators go for a week. So don't be misfortunate. I know there are misfortunate. I know even your senior batch 15 batch misses are there. 15 or more. Batch miss is a miserable situation. So I know some of you are going to taste that one also. Then the unfortunate one, the one, they don't get the opportunity. They don't get the opportunity. So they couldn't even taste what is this. They don't know the sting of the ball. You know, ball come and hit you. It's a sting. Only those get only they know. Otherwise you never get it. So you are one. I want you all be the fortunate one. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best. And maybe I'll see you when you come to the extracurricular activities they were talking. In the sports or playground, I am the one, I spend most of the time there when all my life. Even Professor Sohan was my colleague, developed the top sports facilities in the country now. Just back of the medical, we sometimes call it medical faculty ground. It's actually university ground. So it's called medical faculty ground, one of the top places in the country. We have an auditorium, gymnasium, everything built. That's a Jaffna man. When we opened this, recently I opened the facilities in the agriculture faculty. JICA funded 2 billion research and training facilities. Even Professor Kapila and G.L. was wondering, how could you do this? This war ended only 2012, now 2020. Now the best facilities in the country. They say, how do you do it? Even Vice Chancellor now running in a car. Right, I was in the Supreme Court. Then my friend Ruguna, Professor Leslie was there. He was sitting in the front seat. Then he was telling Sri, I want to get out of the car. Because I was giving a lift to him because his car was the UGC, I was in the Falstaff, so on the way. Then I asked him what? He says the tach running in the steering, he says this car has already reached 200,000 kilometers. So it's not safe, he said. You want to get out of the car. So the Vice Chancellor ran that car, not the BMWs and Benz. So we really created facilities. So that's the students are the most important stakeholders. It's not us. Still we manage. If you go other way around, in other universities are very different. First they do those things. They show that business. No, this I'm not telling Vice Chancellor, every deans, lecturers, everybody. That's the history of Jaffna. So you are the blessed one. I know you will be the best one in the country as long as you do the third part correct. That meditation part, sadhana part, exercise part, practice part. You practice. Everything ready. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for this patient listening.